What would you do with $500,000? What would you do with $250,000? What would you do with $100K in your bank account?
What do you mean by that?
That's not what we're going to talk about today, but what we are going to talk about is what can we do to get that. The video that you just watched, that was created using CDance 2.0 4K. But before we talk about any of this, I want to talk about the contest that's going on right now through the end of the month, and that is the $1 million prize pool that's happening right now in Higgsfield. I would be stoked about this even if this wasn't a sponsored video. Always pushing the limits, trying to build more engaging stories. And now you can too. With everything that I've shared on this channel, you should have the ability to go right now to the link in the description or wherever you can find it and start building your very own short film. The rules of this contest are super simple. We're going to get into it. But guys, it's only a 3-minute film, short story, any genre. Let's get into it. Also, I'm going to be giving away 12,000 credits, 6,000 credits each to 2 individuals to help you start your journey and start creating awesome content. And the rules to that are going to be very simple. But I wanted to address something. You guys are saying that I'm moving too fast. I'm showing too many things too quickly. There's a lot of information to digest. Completely agree with you on that. The other thing is it's very difficult to hold everybody's hand through all of this. I know that 30 minutes and you feel like I might not be giving enough value. Some people, 30 minutes is too fast. So there's a lot of different things, but what I'm going to do in this video is one, I'm going to share the exact prompts that I used for that intro sequence with Zara. I'm going to be sharing all of the Claude skills that I've built over the course of this channel to help you with better prompting in video generations and image generations that you can take and apply to literally any platform that you want to choose to work in. And then I'm also going to include some different tips and things to better get you prepared for this contest that's happening right now. At the time of filming this is August 4th. Higgsfield just released their full cinematic movie. It is their hell grind 90-minute movie that they created entirely in Higgsfield, but they also just open sourced their entire project. So guys, you can literally go to their website right now and look at all of their prompts for all of their images, all of their assets, all of their videos that they use to create this entire movie. You can literally take their prompts, copy them, paste them into your LLM, Claude, ChatGPT, whatever it is, reverse engineer it, and start building your own. They also released their own Claude skills that they used to create these videos with. This is massive for the entire AI video generation community. So let's first talk about this sequence that I did with Zara. This was generated entirely from one image asset and using the Claude skills that I've created. Let's look at the character sheet that we created here. I wanted to build the concept around the necklace and around this shark, because what I want to do is on this channel, and I've mentioned it before, if we're doing AI generated videos, we should be filming are not necessarily available to do. Swimming with a shark, we've seen people do it, but very rare, and very rare that it ends well. So all I did was I used the base character sheet that I have of Zara, and I asked Claude to use the character builder skill to create this 4-panel character sheet that is basically a front headless image, a rear image, and a full front headshot. This way CDance only attaches one face to one outfit. Then all I did was I took a screenshot of the image that was created, I took it to Claude, and I said, let's build out a sequence of her swimming with a shark. Now, you can't just go to Claude and say, hey, I want you to use a cinema director skill and just have Zara here swimming around with a shark. You're not going to get that great of results. You need to be more specific and clear of what you want and envisioning for your end result video. I want all of the camera movement and angles to be fluid. I want it to be handheld, and then I want the characters to always have movement, whether that be in their facial expressions, their hands, any kind of movement, so that they're not just stationary looking like AI videos. We're trying to get away from AI slop here on this channel, and these are the small things to do. Same thing with the shark. I wanted the shark to have real movement like a shark would. So instead of just describing the shark to swim around and have Zara moving around with it, sharks jolt around. They have different movements. It's very unknown. So that's that's what I wanted the shark to do, so I told it to have the shark jolt around like a shark would. And then I wanted some slow motion sequences. I wanted some close-ups of the jewelry, some close-ups of the swimsuit, some close-ups of the face as she's moving. All of those prompts that I used for building these scenes out are listed in the link in the description below, where you can also get the Claude skills to help you build these out, like the character builder sheet and the cinema director skill. Moving on to the contest that's happening on the Higgsfield website right now. This is not something they asked me to talk about specifically, but it's something that I'm very passionate about. I would go to the Higgsfield website, go to where the Hellgrind episode is shared, and click through some of these scenes. What I'm going to share with you right now is what I think are the important things about what you should be looking for when you're clicking on these videos and sequences. So this is Rocco. This is a character sheet. It's 3 panels. What they have here is multiple faces in one image, but I believe they've moved away from that now. But what they did was they created an element tag for him, and then they've also got different element tags for each iteration of this character, kind of slightly muddied up. They've got a clean version of him. They've got some crazy versions of him. That's important so that when you're creating a sequence and say this guy goes from clean to beat up, you've got him in the normal context, and then as he progressively gets beaten up throughout the process, you can grab the Rocco beaten up image of him so that it holds consistent and true to your generations. We're always aiming for consistency. Something that I thought was interesting about the video generations, for example, so in their prompting, which they've also shared the way that they prompt videos. And if you'll look through their videos, I mean, their prompts are even longer than mine, which is saying a lot, because mine are pretty long. But at the top of their prompts, they have a hard lock. They've got some very crystal clear language that they want CDance to adhere and understand. When they talk about items that are being held, or for example, they've got this crystal here, they wanted the crystal to actually be between roughly 8 to 10 centimeters, and they have that written out in every prompt that this object is held or shown. That is helpful information to CDance to know, okay, when the character is holding this item, it doesn't look like some massive crystal that they're holding with both hands. It's small enough to be holding in one hand. Also, what they've shared that helped them, and we've talked about on the channel, is voice locking. When you're feeding dialogue into your prompts, the character should have some voice locking. Something that I built was our story Bible skill that you've already known and seen about, but if you haven't, it's also available in this link in the description. But basically what that story Bible does is also help build your character, not just from their appearance and their looks, but it also helps build what their attitude is, what their behavior is like, what their voice sounds like.
It better not be those null boys. If I see them on the screen, I swear.
So they have different registers because CDance carries several different voice registers. I know it's not perfect, and guys, if you want to go in deeper, you want to take these videos, take them into 11 Labs and do some changing of the audio of the voice. That's something that I've shared a little bit about, but it's something that you can do as well if you're really wanting to just dial it in. But I'm pretty sure for this contest in general, we're really trying to build a story that matters. Remember, don't describe feelings, or if the character is mad, tell Claude or chat, whatever you're using, that the character has to behave in a certain way. Its mouth is quivering because it's so scared, or its eyes are squinting or closing. Lots of different movements. Maybe they're adjusting or fidgeting. They're just restless. These are all things that help CDance understand how the character needs to move in a certain way. This sequence, for example, of Mira here sitting on the couch, I clearly didn't do anything with Soul here, so she's literally just standing there, very Blair Witch Project, very scary and ominous, and I have to redo it. But if you look at Mira, on the other hand, she's not just sitting there on her phone. She's actually moving around. She's fidgeting with the phone. She's readjusting her body language and her body attitude, because that's just what people do. Your LLM will not know what you want your character to be doing unless you tell it explicitly. So those are the things that will help your video generations do well. Now, let's break down the contest, because the contest is very cool. This is a global film festival, so it's available to the world. That really doesn't help us in any capacity. There are a lot of really amazing artists, but the community that we're building around here of people making cool films and great imagery, I have a lot of high hopes for a lot of us. It is a $1 million prize pool. That doesn't mean that one person is walking away with $1 million. First place is going to get 500,000. Second place is going to get 200,000. There's going to be an audience choice, which is really cool because most of these are going to be selected from a panel of judges, which one of them, by the way, is the co-founder of Pixar. And then they're going to have 10 honorable mentions, all receiving 100,000. The prize pool is very large, and it's very cool that this is happening. Looks like there's 4 steps for us. Number 1, share your idea. Gather your crew. I would highly suggest getting some people on board with you. Get into Cinema Studio and start collaborating away. The way you can do that is you can go here, click on Cinema Studio. The way that I do it, we can click here. For example, this is one of my bigger projects, which is just the entire control world. You go up here, you click share. You can invite by email, or you can just copy the link and send it to your friends so that they can join your project, and you can collaborate and you can share items, share assets. Then it says to create in Cinema Studio. Your whole film is born inside the submission project. So build all your image assets, building all your video assets, everything can be done there. And then submit your final cut with watermark, then share it in a public post, whether that be YouTube, Instagram, etc. The entirety of the short cinematic work has to be created within the entire Higgsfield ecosystem. If you're using other platforms to go through Nana Banana Pro or Seed Dance, I don't think that's going to be allowed. It should be all created within the Higgsfield platform. Again, I'm going to be giving away some credits for you to literally start building, and I've built 3-minute films with 6,000 credits before, so this is like a no-brainer. But I'll talk about that in a second. The minimum requirement for the runtime is 3 minutes. They recommend up to 5 minutes. To be honest with you, I think between 3 and 5 minutes is a really good amount of time to make a short film compelling enough to win and also budget friendly. So that's the contest. Those are the rules. You can read all about it in the link in the description. You can get started with the link in the description. Lastly, I'm giving away 2 codes of 6,000 credits each to 2 different individuals. The way that I'm going to do this is in the comment section below, leave a comment about what you want to see on the Control World Instagram and TikTok page. If you want to see more content like spec ads like we did with Zara in the beginning, and then go to the Instagram page and just give it a follow. We're trying to build it up and start using it more as a platform to showcase different styles of work other than what you're seeing here on YouTube. So if you give it a follow, we're going to go through the entire follower list. We're going to run it through a random generator. We're going to give 2 of the codes to 2 different individuals on Instagram. So there's that. That's all of it. I've got everything that I might have missed in the Notion doc linked below in the description. And if there's anything else that you can think of, let me know in the comments below. I'm excited to see all of your guys' submissions. We're building out a lot of different things for this channel and for the community for this channel so that we can get more in touch with sharing more things with each other. Go have fun, enjoy the real world, get inspired by the real world, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace, love, and AI.